Westpac CEO forced to step down because of a money laundering scandal and possible child exploitation. Why am I not surprised by this? We all know that the elite, they have lost their moral compass many centuries ago. Must I quote 1 Timothy 6:10. The love of money is a root of all sorts of evil, and some by longing for it have wandered away from their faith and pierced themselves with many griefs. It should be of no surprise that they have been accused, they probably were engaging in child exploitation. Case of Jeffrey Epstein.
Is it true, sir, that you have what's been described as an egg-shaped penis?
Has shown that these elite, they are not on our side. Whatever they do, you see Jeff Bezos, he donates $100 million to some charity. You know how much that cost him? Barely anything. I can't find the exact quote, but it is from Friedrich Engels, and it basically goes: the rich, the elite, the globalists will, from time to time, donate what seems to us a lot of money, like that $100 million. But in reality, that is nothing to them. It is only there to act as a kind of PR stunt to show that they are moral and good, while all their other actions contradict what they are trying to convey. And that is exactly what is happening with these people. They try to act moral, they try to act that they are good by doing these things, but we should all know, and I'm very disappointed in most people, we should all know that these people do not care about us. And once you have become greedy for money, it just spirals and spirals out of control. At least one of the top 500 billionaires could solve world poverty in an instant, but instead they just hoard that money. But for what reason? I can't even understand it. It's very disgusting. Now, this is what we need. One of the main points that us Australian paleo-conservatives are, us Australian dissident right, whatever labels we want to attach ourselves, which we really don't need, is to stop this foreign intervention, stop the Americans, stop the British, stop the Chinese. Maybe not the British, but the Americans and the Chinese are doing wrongs to our country. We need to increase fertility rates, and with that increased population, we'll build up a military that will protect our land. We do not need America to protect us. You know that Pine Gap, or one of those stations, is a major satellite station for the Americans to spy on people or whatever. That's why we can't close Pine Gap. Every time that happens, the Prime Minister or whatever, tries to push that idea, they get killed or disappeared. Have a disappearance. We need to build ourselves up. Australia first. We can no longer bow down to our masters who dictate our culture, dictate our military, dictate our economy. We need to build our own culture around ourselves. These people, they like to make fun of bogans, but really, Yes, they may be for art sometimes, but they're the only ones really celebrating Australian culture. Well, they all try to push onto us, don't do those things. Those are bogan things. Don't act like that. But they want to destroy our culture just to make us another globalized nation, one big global city. We should no longer tolerate this and say no. We are Australians. We are proud of our culture. We will not be trodden down. Maraji will no longer be slaves. To quote the Chinese, who ironically want to make people slaves. Australia is a largely politically apathetic country, so when you combine that with a compulsory voting system that makes most people just vote for centrists, one of the two big parties, because they really don't care about voting. They are the political hobbits, I think they're called, in Against Democracy. That book, that's a good book. I don't really agree with it, but it's a good book. They're the people who really do not care about politics at all. They're apathetic to it, which is natural for most people. Politics is a skill, it is a interest, a hobby. Not everybody was born to lead. That includes in a republic a representative democracy. So when you have compulsory voting, they mostly vote for the big parties, even though in theory we should have a more representative parliament. This is why I might get some backlash, but we should copy what the Israelis do. We should have single transferable vote, a unicameral parliament, and it's non-compulsory. That would make the most representative democracy that I can think of. And until we have that, and even with any propositions about a republic, they'll probably change very little, because they know, the big parties, if they push that, they're going to make sure that they are the ones who stay in power. So all they'll do is change it from a monarchy to a republic, not change anything else. So what do we do? What do we do to get a more representative democracy so that people can actually speak up for what they want? Hong Kongers elect pro-democracy leaders in 17 out of 18 districts. Carrie Lam, the leader of Hong Kong, says she will keep an open mind and keep dialogue with the Hong Kongers. Now, some people may call me a redditor for saying this, but I don't really see anything wrong with Hong Kong having democracy. It's better than having the Chinese control them. See, the Hong Kongers have their own distinct cultural identity. That's obvious. They've had over 150 years of rule by the British. That is going to change things. It has. They are xenophobic to mainland Chinese when they enter their country. Like, I've heard people insult the mainlanders, even though they're ethnically the same and they mostly have the same culture, but they're divergent enough that they see them as different. People say, oh, but Joshua Wong, or whatever his name is, supports transgenders. Do you know what the protesters have designed? They're designed to not keep those voices loud. They don't want them to be loud. That's what ruined the umbrella revolution, by having really loud voices so they could pin what all the Hong Kong protesters want on one person or a handful of people. Now, I can't say for every single Hong Konger what they believe in, but there is only one issue right now in Hong Kong, and that's for representative democracy to not be trodden down by the Chinese overlords, and that is admirable. If they start saying they want transgenders and all this degenerate stuff, then I will object to that. But right now, they're not really doing anything wrong. And in the movement news, I think things have been pretty stable. I think there was some drama with this fake account of Kathy Jew, and saying that Nick Fuentes got her pregnant, but oh yeah, I got blocked by her. I don't know why. I said that parody account was a plot by conservative Inc. But I don't think I said the bot, and I think she took it as herself. So then she blocked me. But yeah, I just like to thank everybody who has been watching me. I've gotten pretty good views for like a new channel. It's like my last video, my worst video today out of the 2 videos I've already released got more views than the one I made that was better. Episode 0. Episode 1 got 55 views, 3 likes. That's pretty good. We are rising, kings. We are rising, and we will destroy everything. We will rebuild great society that is admirable, holy, peaceful, and good. Good for all of humanity. So I'd just like to thank you, everybody who has been hanging out here. We're going to get much better stuff soon, hopefully. Basically, that's it. See ya.